Hang time, moving the plug in the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, charge to the game like it's credit, your team crowd need an edit, yeah. I see face and credit, hold up, that's dead, need a minute, need a play to revive, let's get a shot pressing. They say what I say, they got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back, throw that.
A view of I-40 and we've got terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Malik Beasley out there with Russell. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Okogie in at the small forward position. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the small forward. Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. Perhaps no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
Here's Hernan Gomez following the basket by Chris Paul. Gallinari down low. Hernan Gomez covering. They get it back. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Adams. Second shot opportunity. Gallinari passes to Dort. Back to Gallinari. 5 to shoot. Adams trying to free himself up. The shot by Paul, no good.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Scooped up. Tipped away. Gallinari with the steal. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. Pass to Dort. Looking for Adams. He gets it there. Passes it to Dort. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss. Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad. And you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
To the middle. Here's Okogie. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. From deep three-point range, the rebound by Steven Adams. The Thunder have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Gallinari. And Gallinari throws it down.
Can I say it? Terrific athleticism from Gallinari. I just did.
And for the Thunder, one of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Can't cash in from the left block. Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Right at the free throw line. The shot's good from Paul. Paul's got 6.
Said it time and time again, Chris Paul in the mid-range is pretty much half the time going to be good.
And the dunk by Towns.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Paul passes to Gallinari. Here's Adams. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Poked loose. Only one man back on D. Here's Paul. The shot, no good. And Minnesota now the other way. Beasley finds Russell. Back to Beasley. There's the three. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Dort passes to Paul. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the first. Yep, that one goes.
It's so good off the bounce on that smooth release, establishing that rhythm. That is a good-looking Jake.
Here's Dort. His last outing, he had 8 points. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Schroeder. Tips it up. It's good on the putback.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
Well, known for his athleticism, Johnson can sneak up on you, and that time, that dunk looking second nature.
Here's Diallo. The putback. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good. A big-time effort for Chris Paul, providing a lot of energy for Oklahoma City. All-star big man Karl Anthony Towns is hungry.
I want to be the best player who ever played. And
On his coaches, Greg, and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. We've got Colts. James Johnson is out there with Lehman, and it's Reed in at the center. And Brett, with the corner three being such a popular shot, should we consider widening the court, making it all feel the same?
That's an interesting question, Kevin. There's been some talk around the idea of actually dissipating that three-point line into the sideline.
Yes.
And I really just wanted to say dissipating, by the way.
Well, and you said it well.
The other thing, Kevin, that has been considered, what if we went back to skinnying up the lane line, back to the original George Mikan days of the lane being 6 feet wide rather than what we see today at 12 feet? That would put a ton more value on post-up and two-point play, almost so much as the three-point shot and the two-point shot in the post equate to the same amount of points per possession.
Yeah. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Johnson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And James Johnson is tough. I mean, he just plays tough. It's impressive. Good at finding ways to draw contact.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Robertson, he's checked in.
Well, it's been up and down the last few years for Nerlens Noel, but there are still some impactful numbers for the minutes that he's on the floor as a rim protector.
Now, here's Robertson. Here's Noel. Kicks it out to Schroeder from outside the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Schroeder's got the lead up to 9 now for the Thunder.
And right there, Dennis Schroeder shows some confidence by nailing the jumper.
Johnson, the pass to Reed. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night.
I'm not sure where the lack of focus comes in there, Kevin. That's not like him. The defense is close, but there's enough space to score.
Here's Schroeder. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And for Noel, his numbers will never match the visual impact he has on the floor, wouldn't you say?
Oh, he's definitely a player about the little things out there, just being a rim protector, making sure that guys think about him when they're attacking the rim.
And it's the Thunder with the ball, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Here's Robertson. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 7. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And here's Schroeder. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Utah.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
The Thunder leading by 7. The pass to Noel. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Throws it up high. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And a chance here to go to our rookie leaderboard and give a nod to the best long-range bombers of the past month. 5th best, Jarrett Culver.
You know, coming into the NBA, you knew he could stroke it from long range. And over the past month, he's shown us exactly that.
Now here's Johnson. He's coming off a 16-point game against Houston. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, D'Angelo Russell was traded from the Lakers and, in his words, was kicked on the way out. He's become an all-star in Brooklyn. Russell said, "It's a heck of an accomplishment. That respect from your peers, your coaches, other teams, it's a great feeling." And Kevin, given how it started for him in L.A., many remain shocked by Russell's rapid ascent.
Coming into his own, you're right, David. Thank you. Here's Robertson, following the score by James Johnson. Here's Culver, finished off the break. And now it's only a 5-point Thunder lead.
And the decision-making proving to be outstanding. Culver just has a knack for taking advantage of the D in the open floor.
Now here's Schroeder. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. There's 39 seconds left in the first half. Now here's Culver. He's guarded by Schroeder. The Thunder pull it in. Noel's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Robertson has it in the corner. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's Muscala. Johnson with the defensive effort.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
The Timberwolves trail by 7. It's tipped. Pass to Okogie. Beasley with it. 3 seconds left, and he hits the jumper for 2.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
And a close game so far through the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good. Chris Paul had a huge first quarter. He had 8 points and 1 rebound. Kenny. That's all for now.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Chris Paul, what a contribution.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul, and it's Dort in at the 3 slot. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. Now here's Adams. No points in the game yet for him. Puts it up from 12. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting tonight. Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from 3-point range, and he shows us why. Still, I expect him to make one of those.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. from the high post.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Loads it up for Beasley. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
Paul for 3. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Russell passes to Hernan Gomez. Here's a Kobe. Gallinari covering. Pass to Russell. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one on Gallinari. Brent, the league's been trying to clean up some of the physicality that we see, some of the jawing, but there are some players that do a great job of nonetheless getting under an opponent's skin.
I don't think, Kevin, over the past couple of years, we would deem the NBA as being more physical than at any other time. Would we say that?
I think that's fair.
We would never say that. But there are still irritants in the game. And the reason why those guys do that is because that's their competitive advantage. And that's the way the league is always going to operate. There's going to be guys out there who are going to use either their intellect to get inside your head or do things on a physical level that are going to cause you to think about what it is you're doing on the floor. And when you find those guys are really interesting players to watch. You're not going to replicate their shooting form, Kevin. But in terms of sometimes their approach, there are things that you might be able to learn from a Draymond Green or a Marcus Smart.
There's no doubt. Diallo, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Minnesota also with the sub. Johnson, he's checked in for Juan Hernan-Gomez. And that one's good. Russell.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Passes it to Gallinari. Here's a Kogi. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
First free throw is good. For the Thunder, Noel's checked in for Gallinari. Robertson comes in for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Chris Paul. Minnesota also making some changes. Jake Layman's checked in for Beasley. And Culver's subbed in for Russell.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
For Oklahoma City, they have shot just 1 free throw, missing that one earlier.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Now, here's Culver. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Here's a Kogi. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Dennis Schroeder. The Timberwolves put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Muscala's checked in. Thunder trailing by 3. .151 left in the third quarter. And Robertson has it in the corner. It's stolen. One-on-one fast break. And the basket by Okogie. Okogie's got the lead up to 5 now for the Timberwolves.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Now here's Diallo. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Shot clock at 6. Schroeder passes to Diallo. Towns with the steal. He locks it up, and then Johnson with the jam.
Rising up with ease right there, James Johnson up and throwing down.
Here's Schroeder from 13 feet. It goes down. Schroeder's got 7 points in the game. Timberwolves leading by 5. Now Culver. And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by Culver. Culver's got 3 assists in the game. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Here's Schroeder. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, last season, Dennis Schroeder transitioning to more of a 6-man role with the Thunder.
And for his first go at that role, I thought Schroeder looked really good. He's always been able to score and create, and coming off the bench might be the best spot for him.
Ferguson's checked in for Robertson. Yep, it counts.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
30 seconds left to play here in the third. Schroeder looking over the floor to the paint. Here's Noel. Here's Muscala. The second chance effort. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Here's Okogie, and the shot goes down. He has 7.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Well, this team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to...
And so it's Minnesota ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. So on the floor for Minnesota, they've got Towns, and it's Okogie in at the shooting guard position. And it's Schroeder missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Diallo, and Paul subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Hernan Gomez kicks to Beasley. Trying to find Hernan Gomez. It's it to him. Lays it up off the glass.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Here's Paul, accurate with the jumper from the elbow.
Chris Paul tapping into that absolute best magic tonight. For a long time, he set the standard for point guard play in the NBA.
It's deflected. Gallinari with the steal. One-on-one here. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. To the inside. And the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor. I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Paul passes to Dort. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And now the fast break. Gallinari with the ball. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Minnesota leading by 11 to the wing on the left. Hernan Gomez kicks to Russell. Up again, and it's Towns on the follow.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Gilgeous-Alexander with it, working on Beasley. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Inside, here's Reed. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. And the Timberwolves lead by 15.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Reed gets the bucket.
That's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Paul with the ball. Russell's there. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Chris Paul. Russell against Paul. Russell passes to Hernan Gomez. Back to Russell. 6 to shoot. Here's Towns, and the rejection by Noel.
Noel in there to intimidate, and does so there.
And stolen by Russell. Pass to Towns. Hernan Gomez in the corner. Beasley left side. From 10 feet out, it's deflected.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Timberwolves.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And really, after losing all 3 games to this point in the matchup, guys, they have to be happy to get a win here.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And that one falls for Paul.
This is an area where Chris Paul has been solid every year, always right around 90% from the charity stripe. Not a perfect trip to the free throw line, but they'll take what they can get at this point. The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Here's Gallinari. Here's Adams from down in the low post. It goes.
Well, Steven Adams always working the offensive glass, strong and aggressive in there, and gets that second chance hoop.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. There's Russell with the 3. The rebound by Steven Adams.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Do you want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one's on Johnson.
Well, love the aggressive play here from Adams. He gets the shot he wants, and now another opportunity to challenge himself at the free throw line.
9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Vanderbilt. And so the Timberwolves take the win, and in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at our favorite moments on NBA 2K TV. Check it out.
The state capital of Utah dramatically lit up on a beaut. And with pregame, well, you're right, DA, a big lift for their offense. And he defends, too. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. They've got Karl Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell out there with Malik Beasley. And it's Okogie in at the 3 slot. And for Utah, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul. Russell passes to Beasley. Back to Russell. Out to the wing. Here's Okogie. Well, Smitty, we're coming down the stretch here. Talk about the mental toughness needed to finish a season strong.
You know, I think you got to have that. Everybody talk about the game physically, guys making shots. And we all know there's some teams and players, they all do that well. But who's the tough team that can get through the tough times? That's when you see the teams that can get over the hump and you start to say, I like that team.
On the wing, Ingles. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ingles. And Minnesota has possession. Russell from long range. Hernangomez. And the shot goes in.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
Now, here's Ingles. 20 points for him last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul. And his teammates call him old man, say he looks like a 40-year-old farmer. Joe Ingles, Smitty, much more than meets the eye.
You know what, Kevin? He's a star in his role. He's gotten better and better. He's a guy who can impact winning on a nightly basis.
Now, here is Russell. He's coming off a 28-point game against Houston.
And he really made an impact defensively. His 4 steals were huge.
Beasley against Mitchell. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Hernangomez. Rebound, Utah. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And O'Neal gets it to go.
Well, this gives you some confidence when you drop 3 straight to start the game.
Russell against Conley. Here's Okogie. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Mitchell outside. Out to the right wing. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. His 3-pointers off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 4. And Beasley, here we go. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
O'Neal passes to Conley. Mitchell with the bounce pass. Out to Conley. Nice ball movement by Utah. Back to Mitchell. Passes to Gobert. Mitchell outside. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
And that one is good by Beasley.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
And the shot goes in.
Donovan Mitchell pushing the basketball down your throat. We know he's going to be aggressive time and time again.
Beasley dishes to Russell. The rebound by the Jazz.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Now, here is Russell, following the miss by Donovan Mitchell.
With a gentle touch inside. Russell really improving as a finisher.
The pass to O'Neal. Back to Conley. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first. Towns against Gobert from the low block. He can't get that one to fall. And Minnesota will come the other way. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
It looked like there were communication breakdowns all night. Deadly, especially when you're on the road.
That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. Okogie, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's Towns, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. Tie game in Utah. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter. Rudy Gobert talks about his expectations for the team.
Every year I want to keep getting better. And
Well, and as a competitor, this is what you should be thinking, and Greg, you should be talking about winning a title.
For sure. I mean, it'll take a lot of work, but Gobert sounds like he's up for the challenge of proving the doubters wrong.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. James Johnson is out there with Layman. Then it's Culver, and it's Reed in at the center, filling out the middle.
Now, this is why Gobert is shooting over 60% for his career. Highly efficient inside.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, "I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul. They were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it." Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz, DA. Thank you. And the 7-foot Frenchman, Rudy Gobert, former Defensive Player of the Year.
They call him the Stifle Tower. He's the anchor, the foundation of this team. He changes the complexion of the game when he occupies the paint.
Now, here's Moutier. Gobert down low. And Davis with the basket on the assist by Gobert. Gobert's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Culver. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And how about the balance there from Culver? Really good at staying in control despite the D being all over. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And the Timberwolves with possession here, following the bucket by the Jazz. For the 3, Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the wing right side. Down low. Here's Clarkson. And Culver pulls it down. Timberwolves trail by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Layman. Top of the key. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
And for me, guys, this is an area that Culver should utilize more often, showing off that incredible feel with the jumper.
Here's Layman. Another shot. And it's good off the glass. Lehman's got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why: lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Now here's Gobert. Really struggled in the loss against Oklahoma City. Pass to Davis. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. There are certain players, as we know, who can really back you up and get you on your heels, and then they hit the brakes and they hit you with a pull-up jumper. They're very tough to defend.
Kevin, you said it best. Being able to hit the brakes and stop on a dime, I think it's James Harden, Steph Curry, C.J. McCollum, Kyrie Irving. Those are some of those names where guys can go in fast pace, fast motion, then stop and pull up and be on balance and knock down the shot.
It's good. Clarkson's got his second bucket of the night.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Russell kicks to Beasley. 56 seconds left here in the second. Bangs home the trifecta.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Nice ball movement by Utah. To the middle. Niang passes to Davis. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And what James Johnson brought with him coming into this league, physicality. He combines size, strength, athleticism, and a 7'1" wingspan.
And the Jazz with some changes. Royce O'Neal's checked in for George Niang. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Clarkson. And it's Conley in for Emmanuel Mudiay. Okogie's checked in for the Timberwolves.
That time, a lot of young guys would have jacked up a shot. Patience. Man flashes open. Mitchell delivers the basketball on time.
Now, here is Russell. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Beasley inside, and he banks in the layup. Beasley's got the lead up to 3 now for the Timberwolves.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Timberwolves lead by 3. And now we'll send it over to David. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. Nothing seemed to give way on. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One guy who's getting it done is Malik Beasley.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Jazz. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward position.
Getting everyone involved. Russell operating the offense like a seasoned vet.
Minnesota leading by 5. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower. Probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
Shots good by Hernan Gomez.
As the lead continues to grow, this is just heady, sound basketball.
They have just nailed their halftime adjustments. That's for sure. They don't want to have to sweat this one out. They're looking to pull away.
Gobert against Towns. Here's Ingles, and the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Finally getting one to fall. They were 0 for 3 to start this half.
And Towns throws it down.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
Steve, for players, success brings so many opportunities, but sometimes the glitz and the glamour and the lifestyle get in the way of success on the basketball court.
You know it does, Kevin. A lot of these guys have a lot of things going off the court, and you want to encourage that. It's just when anything off the court starts to affect on the court, then it becomes a problem. Some guys can handle it from the beginning. Others need to mature before they can find that balance.
And Gobert kicks to Conley. To the inside. Here's Niang. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
He has a standing reach of 9'7". Gobert making that play look routine.
Pass to Reed. Over Gobert. Reed misses.
And really, that is why he is feared as a defender. Right in your face on that shot.
Moved his feet, timed it perfectly. That's how you get stops. Love it.
Conley with the three. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
What a turnaround for him since the half. More aggressive and more effective.
There's the pass to Reed. It's stolen by Gobert. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. He kicks it to O'Neal. Now here's Gobert. He's guarded closely. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Gobert. And there's Gobert putting it right back in. And now it's just a 4-point Minnesota lead. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Hernan Gomez has got 6.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Great job getting it to go after he takes the hit. Mitchell plays with a force every night. There's a built-in respect for coaches who played in the NBA. The Jazz, Quinn Snyder, never made it that far. But as a point guard, he helped Duke make 3 Final Four appearances.
Conley, the pass to Niang. Stolen away. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Layman. That shot no good. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. Niang, Minnesota with the rebound.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Poked away. Now here's Gobert, guarded closely. The Jazz working the ball around now. Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from O'Neal.
Good find, and one of Gobert's advantages as a passer, he can see over everyone's head.
Here's Layman. Noel.
The heart and hustle of Conley really putting in work on defense.
Can't connect. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Timberwolves. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. D'Angelo Russell out there with Malik Beasley. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Culver. And it's Towns in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Pass to O'Neal. To the paint. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop. And the Timberwolves lead by 5.
And this is what you love about the game. Superb defense, great steal, and just like that, they add 2 points to this narrow lead.
Ingles passes to Davis. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you can ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter. If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Kicks it out to Beasley. Passes it to Culver. And then Culver with the dunk.
And that attacking mindset, when Culver sees an opportunity like that, he just grabs it.
And taken away by Johnson. Culver passes to Towns. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Jazz trail by 7. And the pass to Clarkson. Beasley with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Russell's running. It's stolen by Davis. Ingles against Johnson. And the basket by Ingles.
Nice job by Ingles. Competes hard, tough. He's a glue guy. He helps keep this team together.
Pass to Towns. Over Davis. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
And he's coming up big here in the clutch.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Forced them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Gobert, he's checked in for Davis. And a change for the Timberwolves. Okogie's checked in for Culver.
Gobert looking comfortable stepping into the spotlight right now.
Towns. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Clarkson kicks to Gobert. Pass to O'Neal. Here's the 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And the basket by Okogie. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Gobert dishes to O'Neal. Up top, Gobert. Inside. It's stolen by Johnson. It's Russell with the drive. And then Johnson with the dunk.
You've got to trust your receiver to go get that pass. Great job by Johnson. The ability to catch and finish in the same motion.
Passes it to Moutier. Now here's Gobert. Back to O'Neal. Clock at 4. Rebound, Minnesota. Beasley outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, good job to take it right at him.
So the first one drops, and that'll push the lead to double digits for the Jazz. Mitchell comes in for Jordan Clarkson, and it's Conley in for Moutier. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Kicks it to Conley. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. The pass to Okogie. 3-pointer on the way. Good on the triple. Okogie's got the lead up to 14 now for Minnesota.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Minnesota, Josh Okogie.
That one is off. And the second free throw, good. Here's Williams-Goss. Pass to Tucker. They need this. Can't get it to fall. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. A solid win on the road for them.
Welcome to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number
200.
Here's Tatum and Slam.
In your face.
You play 2K
All the time.
you act,
Yep. Oh, yeah.
and now you have an album. Anything you can't do.
I can't lose to playing you.
So I just got
Now it's ended down to doing it all, DA. Thanks. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Ayton.
And guys, I think he's starting to feel the wear and tear of the season a little bit. That comes across in his rebounding numbers. They've dropped off this month. He needs that second win, and no doubt he'll get it soon.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. We've got D'Angelo Russell. Also Malik Beasley out there. And it's Towns in at the 5 spot. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Ayton is out there with Johnson. And it's Bridges in at the 3 spot. Booker the pass to Bridges. Johnson, 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Clark, some of those lottery-bound teams now giving more minutes to their younger players, developing them, looking into the future, which means more veterans, unfortunately, will have to sit and watch.
And, you know, I always say this, and it's much easier said than done, but you're a professional, whether you're in the rotation, a young player or an old player, you have to approach it in a professional manner. And that means accepting the good with the bad, the sweet with the bitter, and that takes a maturity level. And, you know, when the trade deadline is behind you, you only can control what you can control, and that's what veterans should be about.
And hopefully the coach communicates the ideas behind the move, too.
I like that, but there's no obligation to do so.
Right. Now here's Johnson. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Bridges against Beasley. Bridges shot. Good.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
And Rubio with the second chance points.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas. Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Here is Rubio after the basket by Minnesota. Ayton inside. Towns on him. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Ayton. Towns with the steal. 1-on-1 here. Here's a Kogi. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Johnson, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Towns down low. He's covered by Ayton. Deep 2 from Russell. Timberwolves with a fresh shot clock. And there's the pass to Okogie. Back to Russell. Timberwolves passing it around. Tries again. Towns, no luck.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player as solid as Ayton is doesn't come around very often.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The Suns have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far, right at the 50% mark. Booker outside. The three-pointer, no good. Looking at the Suns, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. It's tipped. Stolen by Rubio. Johnson with it. Now guarded by Towns. Ayton kicks to Bridges. Rubio the pass to Johnson. Here's Ayton. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And padding that field goal percentage, just hard to stop Ayton when he gets the ball that deep.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Russell. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Beasley for 3. That's tipped. And here is Ayton. He's been a go-to guy for them when they've needed offense. He's averaging 19 points a game. And Rubio gets it to go on the assist from Bridges. Rubio's got 5. And so it's Phoenix heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back to the action after this. One of the most high-powered scorers in the game, Karl Anthony Towns.
You know, everyone has to get some of the sugar.
Well, when you're attracting, Greg, all that defensive attention, it creates opportunities for your teammates.
And Towns wants to win big. To do that, though, it's not enough to get numbers. You've got to make your teammates better as well.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Minnesota, Johnson is out there with Layman. Then it's Culver, and it's Reed in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. 5 on the clock. Layman pass to Reed. Right block shot, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Greg, for the Phoenix Suns, with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought, there is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
Noel, defended by Carter. Pass to Layman. To the middle. Here's Culver. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
I'll tell you, Culver has an array of moves once he gets into the paint.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Carter looking around, and he uses the glass on the layup. Carter's got the lead up to 11 now for Phoenix.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Can't drop it in from the right block. The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Noel, defended by Carter. Over to the left wing. To the inside. Noel. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the Suns making a change here. Suns leading by 11. Carter outside. Pass to Booker. Now, here's Bridges. Defense right on him. Kicks it to Kaminsky. Chalk up 2 there. Kaminsky's got 4 points now in the quarter. And Clark, your love for the Buckeye State has never been questioned. What was the best part of growing up as a kid in Ohio?
Well, I think a number of things. One, having family around, extended family as well as immediate family, but also the sports love that exists throughout the state and being able to experience that and enjoy that with my dad and siblings. That's special. And having a career in basketball that I've had makes it even more special.
Clock at 6. The drive by Booker goes up on the wing. Kaminsky misses.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
1:04 left in the first half of the game. Down low, ball's knocked loose. Noel defended by Booker. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Phoenix making some changes. Johnson comes in for Kaminsky, and Ricky Rubio subbed in for Carter. Phoenix leading by 13. Up top, Rubio. He's guarded by Russell. Rubio against Russell. It's stolen by Johnson. And now the Timberwolves on the break. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
24 seconds left to play here in the half. Russell dishes to Towns. This one for 3. A rebound by Johnson. Now here's Booker. 29 points for him last game against Portland. Bridges kicks to Booker. Got it up. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Phoenix. 13 points up at the end of
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. Out in front of the half is Phoenix. They have a 13-point lead. And over to Shaq. What did you think about Phoenix? And
well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Suns leading by 13.
And, you know, even though in today's game floor spacing is all the rage, the last 5 years the Wolves attempted the fewest threes in the league. And when they did shoot them, they didn't make very many of them.
Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Ayton, and it's Bridges in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
And on top of their troubles from range, the Wolves have also had trouble on the defensive glass.
Yeah, and if you can't rebound and you're not shooting it well, you've got to figure out who you're going to be. Your identity is in question. That's what the Wolves are trying to figure out. Who are we? What do we do well? How do we win? How do we succeed? To get to the next level, they've got to answer that question.
He kicks to Rubio. Shot clock at 5. From the line, Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 14. Okogie, the pass to Towns. Banked in off the glass. Towns has got his first bucket in this one.
We know he can score from outside, too, but close to the hoop is where Towns makes his living.
Johnson, wide open, he fires. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. That's 10 points for Johnson. Russell feeling it out a bit. Lets it go from 11. The putback, and it's Towns on the follow.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
And Rubio kicks to Bridges. Hernan Gomez against Johnson. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
The pass to Hernan Gomez. Back to Russell. 3-pointer. Buries the long-range jumper. Russell's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
You know, early in his career, there were questions surrounding D'Angelo Russell's maturity, and understandably so. That's the case with most young players. But of late, in his case, his improvement as a player and his growth as a person is impressive.
Okogie misses. Suns leading by 11. There's 1:54 left to play in the 3rd. And that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That's his first foul. And beginning his career with the Lakers, coaches wanted Russell to take a more serious approach.
Yeah, you know what? I think his last year there, losing the trust of his teammates, probably woke him up a bit. Sometimes you got to go through the adversity to recognize what you need to change. It's not enough to just put up numbers. You've got to be a professional in how you go about your business, and plenty to like about where D'Angelo Russell is and where he's headed.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Ayton. Pass to Jerome. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. It's off to Oklahoma City for him after this game, so they have the Thunder to look forward to. And they're in the thick of this long road run. That's the 3rd of 7 straight on the road. Phoenix making some changes. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Kaminsky comes in for Johnson. And it's Carter in for Devin Booker. Jerome passes to Carter. To the paint. Kaminsky inside. Pass to Saric. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Johnson down low. Kaminsky's there. Here's Culver. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Passes it to Reed. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And the Suns making a change here. Booker's checked in. And here's Saric. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. Carter outside. And the 3 ball is good. Carter's got 5 now.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this half.
Baines with the block. They get it back. And so it's Phoenix with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense too, Greg. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for Minnesota, Culver out there with Russell. Then it's Johnson, and it's Layman in at the small forward spot. Booker outside. Do you think on average rookies are having a greater impact on their teams now than in decades past?
I really don't think so, Kevin. You can go back and look at the numbers historically. Every draft class usually has 6 to 10 rookies that have a significant impact on their respective teams. And of those 10, perhaps 10 or 12, maybe only a few are going to be on playoff teams just because of the nature of the draft. I don't really think that's changed tremendously over the decades.
The Suns making a change here. Bridges checks in, and the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Ricky Rubio checked in for Phoenix. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for James Johnson. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Deep two from Russell. Off target with the open look.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
Booker with no one around, cans it from downtown. And the Suns lead by 14.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
And Rubio kicks to Baines. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist.
Attacking the defense with the pass there, Kevin. Rubio with great vision and no hesitation on the delivery.
Russell dishes to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
Phoenix leading by 14. Rubio outside. Dishes it to Saric. Back to Rubio. 6 to shoot. Here's Baines. Kicks to Saric. The Suns need to get a shot off. Shoots from the elbow. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Nobody sliding over in time to stop Towns. I mean, the speed is deceiving for a guy with his size.
Rubio against Russell. The pass to Baines. Towns with the steal. And here's the fast break. The putback, and it's Devin Booker with the rebound. Saric passes to Baines. Back to Saric. Booker outside. Fires the three. And the Suns miss again. Timberwolves trail by 12. Towns with it. Now guarded by Saric. Rubio against Beasley. Had a hand on it.
This is exactly what they want from Saric. I mean, more aggression on the defensive end, and he gets himself in position there and makes a play.
And here's Booker from the arc. Sinks the triple. Booker's got 9 points here in the second half. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Suns.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Back to Bridges. Pass to Booker. Here's Baines with the putback. Saric dishes to Baines. And here's Booker from the arc. The shot, no good. And Minnesota will come the other way.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Suns.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Johnson.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
You know, D'Angelo Russell, to his credit, made the most of the move to Brooklyn. You know, he was dumped by the Lakers in 2017 in a trade to create cap space and ended up being selected to his first All-Star game in 19.
A platoon swap here for Phoenix. Payne kicks to Diallo. Payne, the tip in on the offensive rebound. And the Suns lead by 16.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Kaminsky with the ball. There's the triple. No good on the shot. So it's the Suns winning easily here. They poured it out tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game...
where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
Oh! Okay.
Clouds past. And here's a look at some numbers for Culver.
And his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3 spot. And for Minnesota, Russell is out there with Malik Beasley. Then there's Towns, and it's Okogie in at the 3.
You think about the Timberwolves, the one thing that seems elusive for this organization has been consistency. They have had the talent. They've had good coaching. The problem is they haven't yet put those two areas together.
And that one is good by Beasley.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
You get the sense, Greg, there is a level of intensity right out of the gates.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. From downtown, they get the rebound. Here's Adams. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, simply stated, Steven Adams is a force to be reckoned with rebounding the basketball.
Towns down low. Adams defending. And Adams sends it back. Now, here is Gallinari. His last outing, he had 18 points. Adams' shot is good. And the Wolves, Doris, one of only 11 franchises to have never won a championship. In fact, they've made the Western Conference Finals only once.
I think one of their challenges, at least in this latest run, has been they're competing with a very young core. And certainly you have added veterans to the group. The problem is the core guys have to understand how to step up when it's winning time. What we understand is playoff performance is most important.
Here's Towns following the basket by Chris Paul. Here's Hernan Gomez. Misses off the left iron. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's guarded by Russell. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Paul. Shot clock at 6. 13 feet away. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. And that's a foul called on Gallinari. That's his first foul. The Timberwolves have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Gallinari. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Beasley with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Doris, if you were going to build a team around one player, who would that player be?
Well, I think because of his age and continued growth opportunity, I would probably say Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's playing at an MVP level. He's still got another decade where he's probably in the peak range of his playing capabilities. And the reality is Giannis still has so much growing to do. He's a force at the rim. He continues to build that three-point game. And Kev, once he gets that in-between game, he will be unguardable.
Can't argue with that at all. Here's Paul after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Paul, and the layup's good off the glass. Paul's got 6 points. We've got 1:13 left here in the first quarter. Paul against Russell. Beasley outside. Passes to Hernan Gomez. 6 on the shot clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Here's a Kobe. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. James Johnson's checked in for the Timberwolves. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Here's Schroeder. The Thunder with another miss. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
The big cat climbs up and flushes it home.
Schroeder against Russell. Schroeder, left side, out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Both teams deciding to change it up. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Here's Reed. 11 points for him in that last game against Houston. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. Here's Ferguson. No good on the last second attempt there. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Thunder lead by 2. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center.
It's been a sort of long.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GAs spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
They've got James Johnson. Layman is out there with Cope, and it's Reed in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. And Doris, even though Schroeder changed roles when he was traded from Atlanta to the Thunder, he has embraced his new team.
A lot of people wondered, would Schroeder be willing to go to the bench and accept that role? He proved he was more than capable. And no longer having to act as a leader on a team, I think for Schroeder, he just enjoys going out and competing on a team with high aspirations. It's been a good fit.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. The Thunder shooting their first free throw of the night.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Here's Ferguson. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And the Thunder making a switch here. Robertson, he's checked in. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Ferguson, and he jams it with authority.
Wow, look at the way the big man, Noel, set up his guys, puts the pass in the perfect position, easy shot.
The Thunder have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And the first few seasons in the NBA, not an easy time for Terrence Ferguson. Young wings.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Plays it up and banks it in. Ferguson's got the lead up to 9 now for Oklahoma City. And it's Lehman in the corner. Noel, defended by Robertson. The three from Johnson. No good on that one. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz. And Muscala kicks to Ferguson. He feeds it to Noel. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Culver. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. Pass to Johnson. It's good. Johnson's got his first points of the night.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Now here's Schroeder. Tight defense on him. Muscala. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You know, Greg, for the Thunder fans, hard to see their star power dwindle, but they got a lot in return.
Yeah, but the Thunder were capped out. They hadn't made it past the first round in 3 years. And in exchange for Paul George, they got one of the richest trade packages in league history.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Noel. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Terrence Ferguson. And it's Paul in for Dennis Schroeder. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Gallinari's checked in, and that one's good. Russell.
Well, this is a main strength of D'Angelo Russell. When he gets room to shoot from the mid-range, there's no hesitation.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Paul. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Covered by Beasley. And the rejection by Towns. Johnson with it. Now guarded by Gallinari. Kicks it out to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. There's Russell with the three. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet. Now it's just a 3-point Thunder lead. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gallinari in the corner. Misses off the right iron.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And it's Johnson with the jam.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Shot from 12. Paul with the buckets. Paul's got 8. Looking at the last game for the Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Rockets.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
For Oklahoma City, they have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Minnesota.
Just solid, really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Ball against Russell. Paul passes to Adams. And no good that time. Towns with the defensive effort. The pass to Hernangomez. So they take the lead. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
With 1 on the clock, and that would have counted, but his shot. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. Some good moments from both teams. And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Chris Paul, what a contribution.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the three, the small forward. Two open that time, made it look too easy. Russell's got the lead up to 3 now for the Timberwolves. If you were coaching, Doris, and you could run your offense through any center in the game, and let's take guys that are playing right now because we can go back in history and the names are endless. Who would you run your offense through at that position?
Probably a guy that the casual NBA fan is not as knowledgeable about as they should be, Kevin, and that's Nikola Jokic. This is a young, early 20-year-old who may be the best passer out of the post position that we've seen in a generation. Jokic is a guy who can handle the ball from three-point territory. He can take it off the window and initiate your offense. They run him like a point center, and it's appropriate because he's unselfish and gifted as a passer.
Gifted, great word to use, you're right. Paul kicks to Adams. Towns with the steal. And it's Russell in the corner. Pass to Okogie. Now here's Towns. And it's Russell in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. And that's 10 points for D'Angelo Russell.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Paul. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. A different look for Oklahoma City. Noel's checked in for Adams. Muscala comes in for Gallinari. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Paul. Hernan Gomez. And it's Noel with the rebound. Thunder trailing by 4. To the middle. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, the Thunder begin on the defensive end of the floor. This is a team whose formula is to force a ton of turnovers, come up with steals, get out in transition. Last year, 4th in the league in defensive rating.
Terrence Ferguson's checked in for the Thunder. Passes it to Reed. A 3-ball. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Reeves got himself on the board with 3 there.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
And for the Thunder defense, Doris, it starts with their rebound.
Well, you have to begin with their strong interior defense. That lets their wings get out and pressure and take some chances. Defense has turned into a pillar for this team. Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Reed gets the bucket.
Great chemistry between two teammates. Love the passing.
Schroeder, left side. Out left to the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Schroeder from the stripe. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Here's Noel. Takes it off the glass. Noel's got 5 now.
Well, 6'11" Nerlens Noel, so efficient down deep, working his magic thanks to that great size.
1:53 left here in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Culver. 4 on the clock. There's the pass to Reed. Shoots over Schroeder. And that one hits back iron.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just 1 pass more?
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. A different look for Oklahoma City. Robertson, he's checked in for Terrence Ferguson. And Diallo subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And yes, it's good. He has 7.
Well, this is the first full year now for Ryan Saunders. Let's remember he was hired by Minnesota full-time after an interim stint last season. And boy, did the players love playing for him.
Offensive rebound. Back to Diallo. Kicks it to Robertson. And here's Schroeder. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Diallo. Misses the wing chair. Timberwolves leading by 6. It's Russell with the drive to the right side. Reed. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And Noel throws it down hard.
What a remarkable vertical. Nerlens Noel demonstrating what a sensational athlete he is.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Schroeder finds Muscala. Knocked loose. Culver with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Russell with a wide open look. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it, Greg? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
No good. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Minnesota on top. They lead by 11. And we'll be back with you right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Russell, also Malik Beasley out there, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4-man position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Russell against Paul, and taken away by Paul.
Yo, watch Chris.
Diallo inside. A slam dunk by Diallo.
The vision, the timelessness of Chris Paul's game. For many years, he's made everyone around him better.
Kicks it out to Johnson from about 19 feet. Almost, but it rolls out. Thunder trailing by 7. Now Diallo. The 8-footer. And Paul gets it to go in. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Hernan Gomez finds Johnson. From deep. Thunder with the rebound. Out to the right wing. Let's go. Again, the Thunder score.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Russell passes to Johnson. Diallo with it. He's up against Beasley. Diallo no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Well, so good at anticipating when shots are going to go up. Steven Adams terrific protecting the basket.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Towns is checked in, and Oklahoma City with a change here too. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander checked in for Diallo.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He's up against Beasley. And there's a whistle. That goes on Hernan Gomez. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Paul. And that one goes long. Minnesota leading by 6. Beasley right side. They get a hand on it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beasley. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Paul against Russell. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Beasley. He sinks the 11-footer.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Over to the wing. Hernan Gomez finds Beasley. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Russell passes to Beasley. Now Hernan Gomez. Over Gallinari. No good from Hernan Gomez. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Dort. Adams outside. Pass to Paul. 13 feet away. Adams. It's good on the putback.
Wow, Steven Adams continuing to evolve. How about the clutch delivery?
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Johnson, he's checked in for Juan Hernangomez. Takes the 13-footer, and the rebound goes to the Thunder. Adams has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And here are the Thunder now. They're on a 12-3 run. Paul with the ball. Over Russell.
Well, you want to see some more ferocity on the defensive end from D'Angelo Russell. Right there, he proves what a force he can be.
Johnson.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Money! And that shot brings them to within just one.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Towns goes back up. Good!
When your stars shine bright in the toughest moments, Towns the look of a superstar.
Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
No room for error.
They get it back. Here's Adams. Yes! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Here's Russell. Got it.
Well, Russell is just absolutely fearless. He'll be the hero or the GOAT in that instance. Yes, sir, hero.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Timberwolves. They've led by as many as 11 points. And it's Towns penetrating. Yes!
And big-time bucket there. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. Most important thing, no open threes.
Here's Paul. Oh, off top. The coach's challenge has been issued. Post game like this, onto the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Minnesota calls timeout. 5 seconds left in the fourth. Oh, missed it.
Timeout.
From the inbound. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime.
Here we go.
So the Timberwolves win the tip. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Minnesota, James Johnson is out there with Towns. Then it's Russell. Then it's Malik Beasley. And it's Okogie in at the 3 spot. Paul dishes to Noel. And he slams it down right on top of Karl Anthony Towns.
At his size, you simply cannot give up that kind of deep positioning to Nerlens Noel.
And the basket by Johnson.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
And that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That is his first foul of the game. Minnesota making a switch here. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Paul. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Russell against Paul. Here's Reed over Gallinari. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot two here. Gets the first, and that makes it a three-point lead. And so both free throws are good. And it's a four-point ball game.
Yeah, two-possession game now after knocking both of those down.
8 feet away. The shot's good from Paul. Paul's got 21.
Beautiful stuff from CP3, figuring out every single way to exploit the weakness of the defense.
That's to Reed. Kicks it out to Beasley. And the pass to Russell. 4 on the shot clock. Back to Beasley. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. No good off the front iron. Thunder have gone 2 of 3 from the floor as we've gotten this overtime period underway. Paul outside. Gallinari on the wing. Paul against Towns. Paul outside. Over Towns. Unable to get that one. And Minnesota now the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. Outside Russell. He kicks to Beasley. And it's Noel with the rebound. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way. And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1. Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Minnesota. Gallinari hits them both.
And you really can't say enough about his composure in the big moments, as cool as they come.
Hernangomez. Count it! Huge shot there, and the crowd knows it.
Yeah, you gotta love hearing a crowd get this fired up.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Russell against Paul. Now here's Noel. Pass to Paul. The second chance effort. Missed. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. Off the inbound pass. It's off. And so it's the Timberwolves who come out on top here. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came out in the extra period.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill
Yeah.
Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right here.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end
I feel it. I feel it.
it.
Clouds passing high over the and David,
head coach,
he is doing a great job. Thank you, DA. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Culver.
And his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward. And for Minnesota, they've got Karl Anthony Towns, Malik Beasley out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the power forward position. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. And the basket by Okogie. Steve, we know it's a long season for the players, but talk about the coaches.
Kevin, you've seen it. Those coaches that are on a hot seat, they have those bags under their eyes, no sleep. Those coaches that have a long contract and they're winning, they're pretty good. And I think the coaches that sleep well is the coaches that have teams that they know that kind of run themselves.
Deep two from Russell. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. And just about a minute into the first quarter. O'Neal inside. Ingles uses the glass to finish the layup.
Nice job by Ingles. Competes hard, tough. He's a glue guy. He helps keep this team together.
Now the pass to Okogie. Pass to Towns. Here's Okogie. Clock at 6. Out to Russell. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. For Utah, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Gobert finds Conley. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Mitchell. He's off on that one. And Minnesota will come the other way. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
Yes, the other team is feeding off that enthusiasm. You have to try and match that energy.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? And the layup's good off the glass.
Off contact, to me, when you're talking about Donovan Mitchell, that toughness for a young fella is on full display.
Russell dishes to Towns. Gobert pulls it in. And it's Conley with the ball for the Jazz. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder. From past the arc, nailed from three-point land.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Mitchell's shot is good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks. And when you look at Utah, this team, year after year, seems to be more than a sum of its parts.
I like that they always look for guys with big-time character, unselfish, low-drama players, and there's a confidence with this group.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Davis is checked in for Rudy Gobert. George Niang comes in for Royce O'Neal. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Mitchell. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Johnson, the pass to Culver. Back to Johnson. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Ingles kicks to Davis. Inside. And the basket by Ingles. Ingles has got 7 points in the game.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Count it.
An impressive all-around player. Culver passes the ball well for a guy at that position.
Utah with the ball, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Niang passes to Davis. From 11 feet away, and it's Davis with the jam.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
That one's not going to go.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Culver's shot is off. Now Ingles, 20 points for him last game against Oklahoma City.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Down low, just 3 on the clock.
Nice presence inside. Johnson with a variety of moves and extremely good footwork makes him a difficult matchup.
And so it's the Utah Jam. During his tenure in Utah, Coach Quinn Snyder is quickly...
Very lucky to have a coach like that.
Coach Snyder doing a terrific job with his team.
Just a great tactician, and he's clearly got his guys buying in to his message.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
They've got James Johnson. Layman is out there with Culver. And it's Reed in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And now Minnesota on the fast break. Culver's got the ball. The shot by Layman, no good.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
The feed now to Johnson. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Johnson's got his second bucket tonight.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
Towns, he's checked in for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for the Jazz. Mike Conley comes in for Emmanuel Mudiay. Smitty, when things get heated between two players, we often see a double technical call. But should the instigator be penalized more if it can be determined who was the instigator?
I agree, Kevin. I just don't like sometimes that two guys get into it and you just automatically call a double technical. Because the strategy-wise, if I was playing Kevin and their best player had a technical already, I would get into it just so I can call a double technical and hopefully he'll be gone.
Now, wait a minute. Did you really? Honestly?
No, we did. I mean, I think that back in the day, you saw like Patrick Ewing, for instance. He had a tech. We would just send somebody out there just to see a couple plays. If we can get him thrown out, especially now, if you just call a double technical the way they do, a lot of star players would have been gone.
Mitchell, he's checked in for the Jazz. Here's Niang. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And with an 86% free throw average, you can count on him to come through on most trips. As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Okogie's checked in. And Utah with a change here, too. O'Neal's checked in. Here's Beasley. Another miss by Minnesota. Utah leading by 9. O'Neal dishes to Conley. Now, here is O'Neal. He's guarded closely. Nice ball movement by Utah. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Gobert is a high percentage shooter from the interior, especially when he's dropping the hammer.
And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That's his first foul. On defense, Utah. For 3, Beasley. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Mitchell against Beasley. And it's Mitchell missing.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
And the dunk by Towns.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team. And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense, and it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
Few players in the league do a better job of finding the open man than Mike Conley.
Beasley finds Hernan Gomez. Mitchell against Beasley. Third time is not the charm. 0 for 3 from the floor so far. Here's O'Neal. Rebound by Okogie. And Greg, as you said, it's the skill level of Towns at his young age that is so incredible.
Very capable 3-ball shooter, but he likes backing you down on the block as well. You step back and look at what he can do for a team, and there aren't really any holes in his game. Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. Minnesota shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And he knocks down the first one for the Jazz. Davis is checked in for George Niang. Clarkson comes in for Royce O'Neal. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. To the left side wing. Here's Gobert. And that one is good. Gobert's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Right side Towns. Off the left rim and out.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
He gets it in there. Mitchell's got the lead up to 12 now for Utah.
It's hard to stop Donovan Mitchell from getting to his spot. The guy has everything on the offensive end.
Here's Towns. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Towns has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And just using the natural advantage he has, he can see over the top of the defense.
And let's also add, he has touch from there. That's a solid shot for him.
Moutier finds Gobert. Intercepted. And here comes the break. Here's Culver. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And there's another turnover by the Jazz. Last time they met was in Minnesota, where they beat the Timberwolves.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls, and of course, went on to win it.
They forced the issue and made the defense hack them to death last game. I'm sure they'll try to mirror that same attack in this one.
It'll count. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that does it for the first half of play. It's the Jazz. They're up by 8. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. Utah finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They have an 8-point lead. How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah? And that.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Donovan Mitchell really making a difference here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
So on the floor for Utah, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3.
You know, because Donovan Mitchell is so explosive, few guys have the energy, the effort, and the discipline to guard him on a nightly basis. You know, he stands 6'3", but Donovan Mitchell's 6'11" wingspan more than compensates. He has the tools to be an elite two-way player.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Timberwolves trail by 13. And look at the physical profile for Mitchell, a world-class athlete.
And it's his aggressiveness for me that puts him over the top. Doesn't shrink from the big moments. He embraces that spotlight. High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Ingles finds Conley. Now, here is O'Neal. Hits it from 3-point range. And the Jazz lead by 14.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'll be off to Oklahoma City for a meeting with the Thunder after this one. Hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip-in.
Gobert can't hit. Timberwolves trail by 12. Easily in the post, covered by Mitchell. Pass to Okogie. The kick out to Towns. Just 5 on the clock. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Hey, Smitty, every NBA player has their Mount Rushmore. Every NBA fan does. The 4 players they consider the best of all time. So I'll ask you, who is on your NBA Mount Rushmore?
I would say Michael Jordan, Kevin, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Kobe Bryant. Those are my 4.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. James Johnson's checked in for Hernan Gomez. And Jake Layman subbed in for Josh Okogie. Culver's checked in for Beasley. Clarkson finds Conley. Shoots over Culver. The Jazz again can't hit it. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Johnson, and he drops it in from the low post. Johnson's got 8 points.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Johnson with the block.
Sneaky shot blocker. James Johnson is not the biggest guy, but he has the reach to do it.
And that one good from Clarkson.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
Niang passes to Clarkson. Culver with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Johnson, a wide open look. Not going to go that time. So Utah will take it the other way.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Utah leading by 15. Here's Clarkson. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Clarkson's got 7 points for the quarter.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions.
To the inside, Niang, and he lays it straight in. 10 points for him.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And Russell gets it to go.
Good form on the jump shot. Russell's ability to stretch the floor makes him even more valuable.
Clarkson passes to Gobert. Over Towns. Nice move. And Gobert with the lay-in. Gobert's got 8.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Outside, Towns. And another 3 for Minnesota.
He's an asset in helping space the floor. He has tremendous touch from range.
There's the call on James Johnson. That's his first foul for the Jazz. Davis is checked in for George Niang, and it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Swiped away. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Russell dishes to Johnson. Goes up the baseline, and Davis pulls it down. Now here's Moutier. Makes it off the glass. Moutier's got his first points in this one.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
And so it's the Utah Jazz with a 19-point advantage heading into the... And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got D'Angelo Russell, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Passes it to Clarkson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one's on Johnson. And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all 3 levels.
Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Minnesota. Reed the pass to Okogie. To the left wing. Shoots from the corner. Rebounded by the Jazz. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Davis dishes to Ingles. Good on the bucket.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Deep 2 from Russell. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
That one good for 2.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Here's Beasley. Rebounded by the Jazz. Ingles has got his 4th rebound in this one. Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Donovan Mitchell pushing the basketball down your throat. We know he's going to be aggressive time and time again.
Hernan Gomez kicks to Russell to end the run, and the shot is good.
They saw what the defense was willing to give up, and they seized that opportunity.
The pass to Clarkson. To the paint. Puts it up. Reed with the rebound.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
And that one is good by Beasley.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Here's Ingles. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Ingles has got 4 this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Beasley with a clean look, and another 3 for Minnesota.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
And stolen by Russell. Fires the three, and another three for Minnesota.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Very nice stretch from them, but the reason why they're not into this game, they have to get some stops.
And he makes that one.
Mitchell doing a good job. In order to have a chance in this league, you've got to be able to score. He's done that tonight.
And fan heckling that crosses the line, Smitty. We saw the Utah Jazz ban someone for life. How can the NBA do a better job of protecting the players?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I think each organization, let's take our hat off to the Utah Jazz. They acted swiftly and quickly, and I love what they did. They banned the fan for life, and I think you got to hit more of that. And also, I think, you know, as far as the NBA and also along with these teams, have some kind of pregame or, like you said, before the season starts, just reinforcing and stating the rules.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
Inside. Here's Spellman, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Utah.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games. Vanderbilt the pass to Spellman. Here's Layman. Good, nice job down low. Greg, nowadays teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a 6'10" wingspan. Those long arms, the reason for the Spider nickname.
Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 17-6 run. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
Back to Tucker. 6 to shoot. Pass to Bradley. Nice ball movement by Utah. From deep three-point range, Vanderbilt with the rebound. And so it's Minnesota with it. It's a 14-point game, and that one drops.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Bradley passes to Williams-Goss. Here's Tucker. Bradley, and it's Bradley on the follow.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes of NBA 2K TV and NBA 2K21, where everything is game.
Clouds passing high over the 10th Avenue Bridge. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Beasley.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Andre Ayton out there with Johnson. And it's Bridges in at the small forward position. And for Minnesota, we've got D'Angelo Russell. Also Malik Beasley out there. And it's Towns in at the 5 roaming the paint. Here's Russell. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Russell's got 5.
Yeah, multi-dimensional scorer. Hard to match up with Russell in that kind of space.
Russell against Rubio. Shoots. He can't hit that time. So Minnesota will take it the other way.
Interesting that Phoenix has gone through all these different iterations since the loss of Hall of Famer Steve Nash, but this young core potentially coming together where they've bookended their front court and their back court with Ayton and Booker.
To halt the run, 2 points, that one goes.
Nice delivery there. You can't hesitate when a man comes free on the perimeter. He got it, went right into the shot.
And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Well, Brent, looking at the Suns' future, Ayton's development could really determine how far they rise.
I think it's not all on his shoulders, but certainly as a big guy out there, to have a presence on a nightly basis and some consistency is the challenge for DeAndre Ayton. He has all the physical tools and by all accounts has the work ethic to go along with it. Now, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
And already a leader at such a young age. Towns' teammates look to him to anchor them on both ends, and he has not disappointed.
Brandon, looking ahead to the playoffs, when you made your first postseason appearance, were you surprised by the intensity you found once you got there?
Kevin, it was my second season. I was playing for the Clippers, so getting into the playoffs was quite miraculous on the Tony court for the organization. But the level of detail in the playoffs and intensity in the playoffs, they know everything that you're going to do. And we were playing against the Utah Jazz, which at that time...
Some pretty good players.
Yes, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek, the great Jerry Sloan as a head coach. It was a wonderful experience, but you understood that the playoffs were different. Absolutely something different in terms of the intensity and what it is that that team knew about you.
Now, here's Rubio. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one is on Towns.
You know, for all the talk about Rubio's passing, I think one thing that gets overlooked is his defense. Both his on the ball and defensive rebounding are very strong for the point guard position.
James Johnson checked in for Juan Hernan-Gomez. Sharge checked in for the Suns. Here's Towns, and it's Ayton with the rebound. So for Phoenix, their last game a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. Booker dishes to Rubio. Here's Ayton. That shot misses. Towns with the defensive effort. Timberwolves leading by 4. Johnson right side. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Towns. And it's Johnson. That time on the assist by Towns.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Here's Rubio, and he converts the layup. Rubio's got his second bucket of the night.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Suns trail by 4. Booker the pass to Bridges. A nice shot by Booker.
Devin Booker showing a nice touch around the rim.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
Every shot in his arsenal, Devin Booker, is pretty impressive. He can shoot it from deep. He moves well without the basketball. He can create with others. He is a young offensive force and is an interesting player to watch in terms of what develops next.
Rubio against Russell. Pass to Booker. And the pass to Ayton. Towns with the steal. Here's a Kogi. The shot missing. Now the Suns take it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, let's hope there isn't any carryover from that letdown in this one.
Here's Towns after the basket by Dario Saric. 3 seconds separate the shot clock in game time. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Ayton finds Saric and taken away by Johnson. And it's Towns penetrating. Off with the layup. Tie game in Minnesota. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
On the court for the Suns, we've got Carter. Johnson is out there with Frank Kaminsky. Then it's Aaron Baines, and it's Jerome in at the point. And it's Carter missing.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Hernan Gomez is checked in. Johnson, the pass to Baines. Johnson surveying the floor. It's good. Johnson's got the lead up to 2 now for Phoenix.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Layman. He's guarded by Johnson. The shot by Layman, no good.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. You know, Brett, we know guys love really jawing at each other. What was your criteria for issuing a double technical for trash talk?
Yeah, in today's game, it's kind of like it could be a whisper
right.
or a wink, you know, the way that they look at it.
It's both sides, doesn't it?
And they just try to curtail anything that could escalate, Kevin. That's really what the referees are doing. As soon as they see some kind of body movement or see guys starting that way, they want to cut it off before anything else happens. So the criteria is a little bit confusing. Sometimes I like to see them getting after it a little bit.
Now here's Johnson. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
For Phoenix, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. And Johnson drops them both.
Yeah, a nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Here's Hernan Gomez. A shot off that time. Now the Suns take it the other way.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And the basket by Kaminsky. And the Suns lead by 7.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Passes it to Culver. To stop the run. The shot will not fall.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Drains the three-pointer.
Man, they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Start to feel their confidence. That's the difference between the success they're having now and the struggles they faced earlier.
Now, here's Culver. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Houston, and the basket is good.
I'll tell you, Culver has an array of moves once he gets into the paint.
Here is Carter. Pass to Baines. He feeds it to Kaminsky. The shot by Carter, nobody around. Another three for Phoenix.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Timberwolves trail by 11. Culver kicks to Layman. He dishes it to Culver. Back to Layman. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games. Fourth, the Suns.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
The first one falls. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a loss to Houston.
Yeah, I mean, their execution at times was flawless, but they also made some mistakes that ultimately did them in.
Well, they had the home fans worried for a little bit. I know that.
Towns wide open and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Yeah, this is what you love about him, the confidence on that mid-range.
That's a staple of his offensive attack, and proving once again he can do some damage from that area.
Now here's Booker. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Beasley with a clean look, and he's good on the 3-ball. And now just a 4-point Phoenix lead. Booker left side. Carter outside. Towns against Saric. Back to Bridges. Just 4 to shoot. Carter outside. Beyond the arc. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Pass to Beasley. Russell against Carter. The tray. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Russell.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Kaminsky again, Phoenix. Minnesota's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And it's Russell in the corner. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Cognizant of the entire court, Russell aware of where the defenders are and really does a great job creating opportunities.
Here's Layman. Out to Russell. It could go. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
And a huge 3 there to chop.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to... For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. Nothing seemed to give way on either side. Thanks for joining.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So on the floor for Minnesota, Malik Beasley out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the power forward position. Here's Russell. And the shot is long.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one, Kevin. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
Timberwolves trail by 3. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his first foul. Beasley outside. Doesn't go for him.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Rubio finds Booker. Trains it from beyond the arc. And now a 6-point Phoenix lead.
Just a great job of Booker, able to understand the timing and the quick trigger that time.
Beasley for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. And it's 6 points for Beasley.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight, Kevin. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Down low, and Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, Ayton out there playing poker with the flush.
Last season, the Suns made DeAndre Ayton the #1 overall pick in the draft. They had no hesitation, Greg, in making that call.
And when a player like Ayton, who was in the Rookie of the Year combo from the get-go, is available, you have to take him. Not only is the upside sky high for Ayton, but he was an impact player from day one for the Suns.
Johnson left side. And stolen by Russell. Here's Okogie. And he makes good on the layup. Okogie's got his second basket of the game.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Rubio, the pass to Ayton. Now, here's Bridges. Back to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
What a fantastic finish there on the break.
Man, what about that pass? Eyes in the back of my head. Delivers it right on the money.
The wide open shot from Hernan Gomez. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. A new 14 for the Suns. The pass to Rubio. Booker looking around. No good with the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Suns leading by 3. Bridges dishes to Booker. Again, the miss by Booker.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best.
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And Rubio kicks to Bridges. Kicks it out to Booker. Shoots from 14. Count that bucket. Booker's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, looking a little bit like Rip Hamilton as Booker's able to knock down the in-between shot.
And Towns throws it down.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Kicks it out to Booker. Launches it. Buries it from three-point range. Booker's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Suns. Passes it to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
Here's Bridges. Ayton in the corner. Pass to Rubio. Back to Booker. 5 to shoot. Johnson, the pass to Rubio. No good from outside. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. It's off to Oklahoma City for him after this game, so they have the Thunder to look forward to. That sets off a 5-game tour for him. Johnson, the pass to Bridges. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got his 4th assist in this one.
Good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? Phoenix ahead. They're up by 4. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the 4th. We've got Aaron Baines. Frank Kaminsky is out there with Sharge. Then there's Carter. And it's Jerome in at the point guard. Carter outside. The Suns need to get a shot off. No good on the 3. Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's the break. Noel, defended by Carter. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Here's Culver from outside, off the mark. Phoenix leading by 4. Right wing. Sharge has the open look. Bullseye. Sharge has got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for the Suns. It's stolen by Sharge. Carter left side. All alone. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Minnesota's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Here's Culver. Banked in off the glass.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Carter right side. 3-pointer. Rebound Minnesota.
And that one bounced their way. But guys, the rebounding disparity has been stark. They are -10 in that category.
Now here's Culver. Covered by Rubio. Shoots from the elbow. Culver's shot is off.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The first free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Timberwolves trail by 8. Russell left side. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Here's Johnson. And here are the Suns now. Suns leading by 8. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. And Saric kicks to Rubio. Shot clock at 6. Bucket is good.
Now that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
And Phoenix pushing it up now. Bridges leading the charge. For 3, Booker. The rebound by Johnson. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. Kicks to Culver. 1:44 left to play in the final quarter. Good on the shot.
And for me, guys, this is an area that Culver should utilize more often, showing off that incredible feel
with the jumper.
Phoenix has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Saric, right side. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
All the officials are all over that.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 9.
And the toughness Saric provides is an important component. A physical, strong forward who does whatever is asked of him.
Karl Anthony Towns checked in for the Timberwolves. Malik Beasley comes in for Culver. And Phoenix also making a switch. Ayton, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Lets the three fly. And Rubio gets it to go on the assist from Bridges. Bridges has got assist number 5 here tonight. Booker against Beasley. To the middle. Johnson dishes to Towns. Out to Russell. From deep. The long distance three is buried.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Shoots the three. He doesn't hit that one. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Pass to Okogie. Kicks it out to Johnson. Takes the three. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. And here's Booker from the arc. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
A developing shot maker. I'm a fan of Russell's unwavering commitment to his craft.
Here's Beasley, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them, complete control.
And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.